Hi there, and welcome to the end of 2024. I made a video this time last year encompassing 2023, and so I'm doing the same this year. I can't remember most of 2024, but there are some things that I would like to give thanks for, and mainly it's just to you guys, to anybody who watches my videos, anybody who's friends with me on Facebook, because again, I've not had so many bad times this year, but once again, my Facebook friends have rallied round in times of need and been there for me, so I want to give thanks to them. But I'll give you a little recap of some of the shit that's happened in 2024. Let it go! And all that lot going into 2025. Now, I watched last year's back before I did this, just to see what 2023 was about. And I've looked at, obviously my memories have come up on Facebook of like what I was hoping for in 2024 and all this, that, and the other. And do you know what? I think I consider it a win myself. I am in no different place in my life. Thankfully, in 2024, nothing huge, major happened. So, that's, well, not lost anybody this year, and still not got me my daughter and my grandkids back. But hopefully 2025, you know what I mean? 2025 is going to be, I just feel a difference about 2025. So anyway, you'll notice that I've got a bit of makeup on today because it's New Year's Eve. Going out on the piss. She lied. Staying at home on my own. My son's at my daughter's for a family party. 2022, mate, I was wrecked. New Year's Eve. That's why I ended up going out and falling out in the floor and just distributing pumpkins all over the road at New Year, because it was my first New Year not being with my daughter, so it was really, really bad. And over 2024, I've found a level of peace. Now, in 2023, I started going out with my friend, and we were going uptown and everything. And I came out of my comfort zone. I'd spent 12 years single and in my comfort zone. And then my friend encouraged me to start getting dressed up and go out and whatever. And so that was 2023 and 2024. My friend's got a boyfriend now, so I ain't seen him in months. Bless her. I'm happy that she's happy. But I'm also kind of happy that I don't have to go out anymore, because it was, for a start off, money. But another thing, like it's I don't do well mingling with people. I'm not nasty at people. I just rub people up the wrong way, unfortunately, a lot of the time. And when I go out, I just sort of like sit in a bubble sort of thing. So it's like, but we'd be out there and my mate go, he's got his eye on you. And I'm like, oh. So, that bloke at the bar with a blue jacket on. I'm like, I ain't seen no bloke at the bar. That kind of thing. So I was never really up for that kind of going out and dating that way. That's how I met the fella, that the last person that I actually had a relationship with. That was at the end of 2023. And since then, I did bagged a couple of fitties at the beginning of the year, I ain't gonna lie. So that was quite fun. But I've gone back into full-on singledom now. And you know what? I'm feeling, I think it's because I've been and gone out there and been in the real world that I really appreciate not being in the real world, if that makes sense. And I still go out occasionally. We're due a night out soon, because I've made friends with my mate's brother. He lives in Liverpool. He came down for my birthday in August. And another reason I've not got my glasses on, right, is my son bought me this stuff for my birthday. Peter Thomas Roth under eye thing. It's one of those that sucks it in. So my eye bags are like not as visible. So I thought putting that on, the glasses are coming off, because I don't actually need the glasses for when I do videos. I put them on because I don't like my face. Isn't that sad? I just think I'm an ugly fucker. So, it's like if the glasses are on, you can't, I don't know, decoration, look at the glasses, not my face, that kind of thing. So yeah, I looked at this old video from last year, and towards the end, I do burst out roaring when I remember my friend, bless her. And then literally the end of it, I'm just talking about cheese, and I've started writing down things about 2024 that I wanted to put in this video, and at the top it says cheese. So when I watched that video back, mate, I was like, mate, my biggest story of 2024, my biggest win of 2024 is cheese. So I'm keeping that for the end, keep the theme. But it is written at the top. So yeah, one thing I've done this year is I've started poking on Facebook. People poke me on Facebook. I've started poking back, mainly for my friend Sheila. Now, she's just a darling. She's just made out of love, right? And because she was I'd poke her back, and so now I've sort of started poking everybody else back, and I hope people, like there's a fella on there that, like, I have him muted in chat, but I've not blocked him. He just, like, he will message me to random crap. And I don't see it because I've got it set to mute. But when he sends it, I'm like, oh yeah, cracky. But I don't get into conversations because I'm not wanting to flirt with the guy and whatever. But I'm now started poking him back, so maybe he thinks I fancy him. I don't know. Still don't know fully how poking works. And yet I do it every day. Mainly for my mate Sheila. We're up to over 1,000 now. It's like, yeah. And like I will, other people will poke me, and I'll wait until she pokes me so that she stays the highest number. And it's sad. Mates though, mates. One thing I did this year, this ain't a big list because I can't remember most of the year, obviously, as I've got 12 months. But one thing I did for the first time ever this year was I grew a sunflower. Fella gave it to me that came round and did my garden once. Got the garden sorted out. That's another thing in 2024. Thanks to the men that have helped me with that. It makes it sound like I've got fucking fellas falling out my arse. It's my ex that like does it, and I pay him, and yeah, it's cracking because not going to get evicted then, are you? But yeah, this fella gave me a sunflower. He'd just done a job for a lady, and she gave him sunflowers. So he's like, "Hey, coach, you want a sunflower? I'm not going to grow it." And I did. I grew it to completion, mate. Like, to seed. I grew that and then I harvested the seeds with the intention of eating them. They're in the tub. I don't know where, but I did everything. Apart from eating the seeds, everything else I did regards of sunflowers. So if it gets snowy, I might, no, I can't put them out in the garden because the cats will have them, won't they? And a few airy bits with the cats, as you may know. Sheldon, who we think has got asthma, is still got a little bit of a cough. He's on steroids, taking them like a champ. Fingers crossed that 2025 don't bit dodgy on a couple of things, but we're not focusing on the negatives. Another thing that that's helped with my my feeling of inner peace is I caved and paid the extortion fee for YouTube. I paid for no ads on YouTube. Now, you'll notice if you do have ads on YouTube, you'll notice you don't get any with me because I don't monetize my channel. I've managed to get it in. I've said that on about the last 6 videos I've done, but it's the reason. No, it's not the reason that I don't do what I do for money, right? And never will. It's like my opinions are free if you want them, And also, I've lived through that feeling of, I can't even do it properly now. I can't even feel that properly now. But, you know, like I've lived that feeling of just anger, and I'm like, no, it's not worth the money. That's the thing. It isn't worth the money. We are being charged for fucking everything. Don't carry on. It's not that kind of video. Leave that for the new year. But it has really changed my life. The whole not going out and not having to deal with people, Like, you know, like I love people and that lot, and it was really nice going out. And like I've got a set of people now that when I go out, it's like, oh my God, it's you, you know, and it's wonderful. We don't speak to each other out of the that pub. So I've not seen these people for months, bless them. When did I go out? What did I go out for? Oh yeah, I went, yeah. But, so yeah, so I've retreated back into the person that I was pre-2023, and so you can hear him. It's not good, and it's nice that I, you know, like it helps me to not bring my shit onto other people. You know, like if I've not got shit going on, I can then be there for other people. And again, you know, it's New Year's Eve. Oh, Shelley Bean, my baby, my poor cough baby. You know, if you want to get in touch, it's New Year's Eve, and it's horrible for people to be on their own. And 2 years ago, like I say, I was in absolute fucking bits, and now I'm just I'm content. You know, like obviously life can be better. Life can always be better. You know, we've all got shit to deal with, and but I'm content in that, and then that means that I can be there for other people, and that's ultimately what I want. Having said that, gone back into Michelle. Yesterday, I met a lovely lady. I was just walking along, and she was picking up litter, and I came up, and I was like, I want to ask her, like, why are you doing that? And just carried on walking. And then it was like somebody went, oi, in my head, like 2 steps past her. I'm like, no, Kerry-Ann, do it. Because I am frit of normal casual interactions, because you never do know the sort of person that you're gonna be speaking to. And it turns out this woman is an angel on earth. Let's call her Emma. 40 is her name. And I'm like, I stopped and I turned around and I'm like, excuse me, can I ask why you're doing this? Got into a conversation. We were there ages. I'm like, mate, I need your deets, right? She had me at the moment when she went like, oh, if only we could get rid of the men, like the men that are running the world, and replace it with women. I'm like, mate, tribe, sign her up. Do you know what I mean? So it might be that she was saying like, oh, you know, like people need to come together and whatever. And I'm like, ooh. So it may be that 2025 means that I'm actually conversing with people in public, no, like, because I am a bit, you know, I like keeping myself to myself, because I am very often misunderstood, which is why it's nice to just sit and do this shit, and then the people who understand me can go like, yeah, get along with you, and then the people who don't can click off. But if you're stuck in a conversation with these people and they don't like which brings me to April, right? I got myself in a group of friends, because literally crush on this man, right? He's a DJ, massive crush. Oh God, he is divine. And I started speaking to him, fancied him for 4 years, actually started speaking to him, got into his group of friends. Bad place to be, really bad idea. But I came out of it, like literally, I pissed this woman off, Rich. She just did not fucking like, she didn't like me with a smile on her face, you know that? And you find this a lot, I find, in the DJ world on Facebook, you know, people like, yeah, peace, love, unity, respect, and they will stab you in the back as soon as you turn around. And yeah, so I'm out of all that now. I don't get involved in groups, because if one person don't like you, that's it. Everybody fucking ends up hating you, because they go round and they tell everybody that you're this, you're that, and you. But I just carry on being me, 100% authentic, and literally the people that they're slagging me off to, who know me, because they see me being 100% authentic and just telling everybody the truth on fucking everything, will sit there and go, why's she being a bitch about her? She's never been, I've never seen her be nasty. What, you know what I mean? You stab yourself in the fucking foot. Is that? Shoot! Shoot yourself in the foot. But yeah, I did come out of that with two really good friends. And so, you know, like, it taught me a massive life lesson. But that all broke down over a complete misunderstanding, right? Because they'd invited me to a party, and I'm like sitting there thinking, I can't, you know, like, be around people. And then somebody else who literally came in, you know, like, people come into your life to just change it and then fuck off. You know, we don't always meet people for them to always be in our lives. This chap, only mates with him a couple of weeks, bought me a ticket to fucking this rave in Sunderland, right? 2 days before the rave. And and basically this pissed these people off, because they're like, oh, you can't come to our party, but you can go to Sunderland. And it's like, I had the ticket bought for me, do you know what I mean? And even though it was just 2 days before, I'm sitting here thinking, I can't go. It's so Sunderland from Leicester, so fucking far. What I'll do, because he bought the ticket for Megabus for only 16 quid. I thought, I'll give it him back. And then I thought, I'll see what it's like on the day before. And on the day before, I'm like, try, just do it. Just fucking feel the fear and do it anyway. Years ago, I'd just fucking piss off anyway. You know what I mean? I've been to Norwich on my own, on like, for that, to go to see a gig of my friend's band. My friend's band. That's awful, isn't it? You know, like, and that was scary, but I did it, and now I'm getting more and more. I think it's like, as I'm older and everything's just a bit more of a thing, I really didn't want to go, and I forced myself to go, and I had an amazing time. That broke off the friendship with this group of people, because the divine one had a go at me. You can go up to Sunderland, but you can't come to this party. And I fucked it up, really, because I said, well, to be fair, none of these people have slagged me off behind my back, because... And I knew that I was being slagged off behind my back, because I was getting told. Anyways, it's like, anyways, he went nasty, and I'm like, you can be as divine as you like on the outside, but, you know, if you're a nasty bastard, nah. But yeah, I really enjoyed it, and I am so grateful. This is pre-Sunderland. This is this group of friends. Before this woman just decided I was the devil incarnate, like, and I think it's because I fancied him. Sorry, but it's like obvious to everybody. He even said it to me. But you know, like, while I was in there, I was going in his lives every day. Every fucking day I was there. TikTok. I didn't write that down on the thing. I've also joined TikTok, and I joined TikTok because this geezer was having troubles with his Facebook feeds, kept being taken down by Facebook, so he started on Tiki. So I signed up Tiki for a man, which is huge. It just reminds me of 20-year-old me, that shit. But I used to, like, give him like 10,000 fucking tappy taps in a sesh, and I'd write down, I'd tally how many tags, how many times he'd said my name in his life, all of this. Like, I was living for it, mate. It was absolutely fantastic. Unsustainable. The bubbles just, my bubble in amongst all these bubbles that were comfortable with each other, and me being so different. I'm constantly like, why don't you try this? Why don't you know? Because I want to, you know, like, help him progress and shit like that. And it was like, no, you don't come in with ideas. No, bad idea. So, But my God, I love that. It was a wonderful, wonderful time in my life that I am uber grateful for. And even though it ended on a sour note, and like words, my name has been in mouths in a negative way, that's just life. Do you know what I mean? You can't be like me and not get slagged off. That's just facts. I ain't like any other brother. I'm not your normal average person, and that invites hatred, unfortunately. But I've been me for 53 years. I'm used to it now. And, and I don't judge people. I don't think bad on any of these people. Do you know what I mean? I don't, and I'm grateful for them being in my life. But then, Sunderland. And I have, excuse me, I just need to let out, but did you hear that? I think I kept that one quite quiet, but this is. So yeah, and I went to Sunderland, and that has changed my habits, right? The whole change. I went from watching lives every single day. Now I rave, but I'm not a raver. I did all my raving back in the early 90s, and I was, like every Friday, every Saturday. I used to write for a dance magazine. I used to do club reviews and stuff like this. And, like I've done that. I've been there. I've done that. I lived rave in the early 90s, and that I'm happy with. And this going out and meeting people while you're out is fucking amazing, because you're like, and you make lovely new friends, but they don't have to be a part of your life every day, sort of thing. Anyways, I learnt my lesson from being in lives every single day. Still carried on being in lives, listening to DJs on Facebook is what I mean, for people who don't know what I'm on about, for quite a while. But now I have one live that I watch religiously, and that is Saturday afternoon, 5 till 7, DJ Yorkie Lad, right? And I met him at Sunderland. And I'll tell you the story about it if you like, right? So, like, I've gone up there, and we went to my mate Sandra's. No, actually, it was Looney's house, I think. Anyways, right. So we'd all gone to this house pre going to the event, and there was this normal fella, like cuddly giant, like literally. It's called Paul. I've literally, Paul has been, like, the name Paul has been my top male name for 2024. So many lovely Pauls, like, literally. But yeah, this guy, DJ Yorkie, and like, so I'd been introduced to him, and then we found ourselves sat out in the back garden. This was the 2nd of June, if I remember correctly. So the weather was glorious and whatever. And I've never been to Sunderland before, and I found out on that day that Sunderland's by the sea. Wow, like, never knew. Anyways, we're out in the garden, and I'm like, oh, hold on a minute, I'm trying to remember his name. I thought it was Viking. Okay. The only thing is, like, you're okay. Anyways, we got in the car to go to the event, and he was driving. So it's like, right, go in Yorkie's car. So I sat in the passenger seat, and he got the radio on, and literally, it was the most uncomfortable fucking 5 minutes of my life, right? Now, I have this major thing about the word P-U-S-S-Y. I cannot physically say it. I think, in my eyes, it is the most disgusting. And this goes back to something that happened to me when I was in my early teens. Something happened that made me feel sick in regards to that word, in regards to somebody saying that word. And literally, I've hated it my whole life, right? Anyways, I'm sat there in this car, and he's got this song playing, and it's just the P word over and over again. And I'm sat there next to this complete stranger. Now, he is a quiet man. Yorkie is a quiet fucking man, and so he's just sat there, just facing ahead. I'm there, and I'm not fucking Mrs. Chatty anyway. I'd had a drink. Yeah, I had a drink. And I'm like, and nervous. So I'm chatting, and this kept going on. And I think I tried to explain it to him. Anyways, then somebody got in the back of the fucking car, didn't they? I'm sitting there going like, I just wanted to die by this point. Nobody in the car but me knew why. And then a bloody woman got in, and I'm just like, oh my God. It was bloody hilarious. Anyways, I didn't really speak to this chap very much when I was away, but he plays during the week as well. But when I was going out with my mate Roche, I'd get ready between 5 and 7, listen to his set, get ready, put my makeup on, go out. So that was the theme. So when I stopped going out, I carried on. So like I watch one live a week. That's given. I have to. Do you know what I mean? And one week he'd gone to an event and it just weren't on and nobody had told me. And I'm just sat there so sad this Saturday afternoon. And then I found out that they're all there, and his wife had gone with him. So I could have met his wife as well. And I'm like, oh mate. Anyways, so yeah, that's something that that I've done this year as well. I went to Sunderland. I don't think I've been anywhere else. I can't remember anything else, right? So let's go on to the cheese. Because this is my biggest achievement of 2024. Don't diss that my biggest achievement is cheese. I have changed the way I store cheese. Now I was getting, like, so you buy it in the packet and you roll it back up and you put it in the fridge, and then eventually it starts to get that white mold on the side, and you end up having to chop, and it gets hard, and you have to chop bits off, and it just gets sweaty and all this lot. So what I do now with cheese, and you can have this for free, my darling, because I can tell you I've been doing it for a couple of months now, and it fucking well works a treat. When you open your cheese and you take your cheese out of your packet, wrap it in greaseproof paper, right? And then wrap that in tin foil and then put that in the fridge. Thank me later. Now, you do have to be careful that you've wrapped all of it in the tin foil, because, like, obviously when you open... Oh, excuse me, that one came out of nowhere. Lady. Like when you open tinfoil, it all crumples up and whatever. And I do tend to just sort of like, I've ended up mashing it back on. And I've found that the ones that ain't completely encased in the tinfoil do get hard. But the mould thing, completely gone. Your greaseproof paper gets a bit damp with the cheese, moist. Like, don't mind that word, P word. Even though I've got 3 cats, can't say it. So put it back in that bit. It keeps it in its, less dried out. It keeps it in a bit of moisture and whatever. So yeah, that's how I store cheese, and that is literally the thing that I will take away as my greatest achievement of 2024. Another thing I noticed when I looked at my memories, right, regarding YouTube, of course, this year we've had top sports presenter. I'd like to say thank you, guys. I would like to say thank you to this mystery top sports presenter, not for what he did, bless that poor child, but for giving me such an alarming amount of content. And I will not forget it. You know what I mean? I'm like, I will not forget it, mate. But I saw, when I was going through my memories today, where I saw last year's video, I put, oh my God, I've got 665 subscribers on YouTube. And so who's going to be my devil subscriber or whatever. So and then I got it like shortly after. So this time last year, I had 666 subscribers on YouTube. And and I was like, oh, wouldn't it be, bearing in mind, I've had this channel for 17 years, right? Got 600. I was like, oh, wouldn't it be lovely to get 1,000? Wouldn't it, though? Considering I don't promote myself and my channel's not monetized, did I mention that? But I actually have a year on 862. So I've got 200 subscribers this year, and to me that is mental, absolutely mental. And I am so grateful for each and every one of you beautiful fucking souls for being here with me, because that's just mind-blowing. But you know what that means? That means that 2025 is my goal, to get 1,000 subscribers. I'll be happy with 1,000. Once I've got over 1,000, I'll be happy. You know, I don't want mega numbers. And I was realising this the other day. I am really glad that I don't have many subscribers. You know, like, we're a niche bunch in it. Everybody's wonderful in the comments. You know, like, I've got some people now that are like regularly commenting on my stuff, and it blows me away, because I've just sat here in silence, just churning out my work for 17 years, and now there are people who are genuinely listening, and that I can't hope for it anymore. You know, like, I'm here to plant them seeds. You know, we will at some point in time overthrow the patriarchy. And this lady yesterday, this Emma lady, my new friend, she gave me faith that literally we can do this. There are people out there who want this. There are people out there who get it. And we just need to find each other a little bit more. And yeah, so to everybody that subscribed to me, all 200 of you, to the 666 who stayed with me from the time before, just thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. You don't know how much it means to me. I'm off now to get royally ratted. Well, I'm not really going to go overboard, because I am on my own. But I don't mean to say you can't have a, in the words of Liam Payne, God rest your soul, we will get justice for you, my darling, a party for one. I've got some Southern Comfort, and scanned my co-op card, took £8 off it. I'm like, mate. So I've got Soco bombs, Southern Comfort, and Red Bull, well, energy drink, and nobody paid Red Bull prices. And I bought some bomb shot glasses. I didn't. I nicked them from the pub, but I have some that I got for last year. So I'm gonna have a couple of them and put some music on. Gonna have a little boogie by myself. My son's coming home for 10 o'clock so that we can see the new year in together. And so I should imagine that we'll do it while he's on the phone to his girlfriend in America. Next year he's going to, I'm shitting myself already, he's going to America to meet his girlfriend. They've been in love for years. It's just so romantic. Like, literally, I want a love like theirs, please. If there's somebody out there for me, and I don't need it, but if there is somebody out there that's destined for me, I want somebody that I'm as close with as he is with his girlfriend. Please, universe. If, just somebody is meant to be. Might be this year, might be next year, might be when I'm 90, might not be at all, and I'm happy with any on it. Also, this glass, major thing of 2024 is this glass. I love this glass. Found it because it's got a nice rim. Got a lovely rim that you can hold it. I bought one. It was like £1, £2.50, something like that, or £2. Anyways, I was like, I'm gonna, and I broke it. Right. So went back, and it was past the autumn thing, and we finally found them. They were reduced to 99p. So my son says, why don't you get 3? And then you're covered. So I got 4, and this is the 3rd one. I got 1 left because I broke the one. Literally, mate. If I hadn't bought 3, I'd be crying if this were my last one. I don't think I'd dare use it, because it's just... And I know it's really disgusting, drinking through a straw. It's his cider, but I do it with wine as well. It's like whatever I'm drinking, I like to have it in that. It's my favourite glass. I just love it. Who doesn't love shrooms, right? With a girthy rim, so you can get your hand around. Oh, I've had so many laughs this year. You know, I really have way more laughs than tears. And I mean, I had way more laughs than tears in 2023 as well. But this year, it's like, so blessed, so grateful. I've been talking for 35 minutes now, but it is a roundup of the year. So, you don't just quickly churn out a tale about cheese in 30 seconds and have done, do you, love? So yes, if you do want to, if you're not subscribed and you want to subscribe, please do it. Please feel free to share anything that I do that means anything that I write on Facebook as well. If you want to add me on Facebook, let's make mates. If you want to send me an email, my email's on here. I just have the one email, so it's bubbles. Let's get in touch, because we need to galvanise, because the matriarchy won't fashion itself now, will it? And I said this on last year's video as well. By matriarchy, I do not mean women. I mean people with a matriarchal bent. Do you know what I mean? The patriarchy is the do what I say, whether you believe it or not. And if you don't, when I get back from work, you're getting a pasting. And the matriarchy is, where are you going? When you're going to be back, and don't forget to take a coat because it's going to be cold. Do you know what I mean? Do no harm. And unfortunately, in the world at the minute, we're run by people who just do harm. I want most of us dead. We won't go into that. That's for next year. So I hope that you also had a good 2024, and I hope that I've caused you to think some things and hopefully have a giggle, and just please come back and hang out with me in 2025, because whatever happens, we'll deal with it together, my darlings. We'll deal with it together. And if you ever need me, please reach out, because I really do. I really am there for you. I am that sucky person. I have nothing in my life, so I can be there for other people. Yeah. Anyways, thank you for being here. Please come back, and never forget that I love you all. And also, if you're at the end, you're a baby. Bye.